Hey, how you doing today, everyone? This is just a short clip that I'm going to put in front of all my videos, letting you know that if you have criticism or you don't like something about my videos, leave a comment, let me know, and I'll do what I can for you. You could also email me, and if you want more specific reading or direct reading, or there's a lot of things I can do that I don't make videos of for you. But go ahead and email me. My readings are specifically for universal reflection of you. I'm not trying to paint scenarios from the reading that can find relatable. Like a lot of, if you want more of that, there's plenty of YouTubers out there doing tarot readings or oracle readings and stuff that get into more specifics. If you want someone that's very specific to how the cards are laying out for you, instead of reading from the generic meanings of the cards and stuff, because what I'm trying to do is just paint a picture for you to reflect with and understand. Because I could do a deep reading and get into like, oh well, this and this means that and that, like, you know, with the two wands crossing over the sun card, you're in a good spot facing more objections to how you're going to go forward with the challenges. I mean, I could do all that, but what I'm trying to do is more of a paint not generic, but more of a universal picture for you to reflect on for yourself, and give you principal meanings of the cards. And then also I read from the designers and the energies that the artists or the creators of the decks put for us to read from, and understand what their intention was from their cards when they designed them. You know, that I understand that you're supposed, as a tarot reader, you're supposed to look at the pictures and try to interpret them for somebody. But I'm not doing it for just specific individuals. I'm doing it for all a complete sign of all millions of potentially people that are out there. So I just wanted to put that out there. Go ahead and hit me up, and I'll do what I can for you.
Hello, Capricorn. Horoscope, month of June 2020. The Sun Venus conjunction in Gemini on June 3rd opens up a channel for you to receive both love and money. Your warm, inviting nature is attractive to potential new friends and lovers, and you have a knack for inviting new opportunities into your life to accumulate wealth. This isn't the time to be greedy, though. There's enough to go around. A full moon lunar eclipse in exciting Sagittarius on the 5th brings the gift of spontaneity, but trying to do too much too soon could backfire. Stepping too far outside your comfort zone during this lunation might be fun in the moment, but it brings long-term consequences that probably aren't worth it. Technological Mercury goes retrograde in domestic Cancer on June 17th, so expect communication breakdowns with family members for the next couple of weeks. Just because you sent a text to your spouse, mom, or child doesn't mean they received it. Remember, you can't count on the things you usually can during this backward cycle. This leaves her retrograde cycle while in restless Gemini on the 24th. So while love and money issues get back to normal, you might still feel like something is missing. Avoid the urge to make sudden movements. Wait until things get totally back to normal before deciding anything for sure. Present your current situation, Capricorn, June of 2020. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's Virgo energy. Queen of Pentacles being in reverse, any cards in reverse that I pull out for you or read for you is either the opposite of what I'm going to say, or it's just half the power of the card, or half of the power of what I'm going to say is like somewhat true, somewhat not, or something like that. It's all up to you and your perception. Nurturing, big-hearted, down-to-earth, resourceful, trustworthy, gives love and support, finds a use for whatever's at hand, will do any service for others, keeps confidences and secrets, handles problems matter-of-factly. So, in other words, you might somewhat do these things or be that way in June. Or it's the opposite. That depends on you and your perception of the world. Influence, helpful or challenging energies, Capricorn, June 2020. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, that's Aries, yeah, Aries. Charming or superficial, self-confident or cocky, daring or foolhardy, adventurous or restless, passionate or hot-tempered, is physically attractive or focuses on style and appearance, totally lacks self-doubt or overestimates abilities, risk anything without fear or is reckless and rash, loves travel and new experiences or is never content to be still, is easily roused to action or angers easily. Past issues, basis situation, Capricorn, June of 2020. Wheel of Fortune. Destiny, turning point, movement, personal vision. Uses what chance offers, experiencing change, reversing, seeing how everything connects. Immediate past, what is behind you, Capricorn, June of 2020. Strength. Strength, patience, compassion, soft control, knowing you can endure, giving others lots of space, dealing calmly with frustration, persuading. Crowning thoughts, your thoughts regarding the situation, Capricorn, June of 2020. Queen of Cups, that's Pisces. Loving, tender-hearted, intuitive, psychic, spiritual. Turns away wrath with caring, is open to the unconscious, is easily moved by another's pain, feels oneness with God and the universe, is always tuned to emotional undercurrents. The immediate future, what is about to happen, Capricorn, June of 2020. The Fool. Beginning, spontaneity, faith, apparent folly, entering a new phase, trusting in the flow, living in the moment, accepting your choices. Your fears, emotional concerns regarding the situation, Capricorn, June of 2020. Ten of Swords. Bottoming out, victim mentality, martyrdom, having nowhere to go but up, putting your own interest last, bemoaning your fate. Environmental factors, how others see you, Capricorn, June of 2020. Two Cups in reverse. Connection, truce, attraction, joining with another, recognizing a bond that is developing, healing a severed relationship. Your hopes, what you really wish for, Capricorn, June of 2020. The Lovers. Relationships, sexuality, personal beliefs, values, establishing bonds, questioning received opinions, seeking union, struggling with temptation. Reinforcing cards, Two of Cups here in environmental factors, how others see you, union, marriage, connection. feeling love, forming a union or marriage, acknowledging kinship, sympathizing with another, getting closer, making a connection, being intimate. Outcome answers your question, Capricorn, June of 2020. Seven of Swords. Running away, lone wolf style, hidden dishonor, shirking responsibility, deceiving or being deceived, feeling you don't need anyone else. Additional clues and guidance about the reading, Capricorn, June of 2020. The Tower. The Hierophant in reverse. The Moon in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Top of the deck, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have Three of Pentacles. The Tower, sudden change, release, downfall, revelation, experiencing upheaval, being humbled, exploding, suddenly realizing the truth. The Hierophant in reverse, education, belief systems, conformity, group identification, pursuing knowledge, following the rules, sharing a cultural heritage, being committed to a cause. Opposing cards here in your hopes, what you really wish for, lovers, personal beliefs. Reinforcing cards, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, working in a team or group, learning a religious tradition, honoring ritual and ceremony, identifying a worldview, following a discipline, knowing where to put your faith, devoting energy to a group, joining an organization, working as part of a team, feeling loyal to others, being in an institutionalized setting. The Moon in reverse, fear, illusion, imagination, bewilderment, releasing inner demons, having vivid dreams or visions, accepting a false picture, losing direction and purpose. Ace of Cups in reverse, emotional force, intuition, intimacy, love, getting in touch with your feelings, feeling an attraction grow, trusting your inner voice, expressing affection. Six of Cups, goodwill, innocence, childhood, acting kindly or charitably, being with a child or young person, feeling simple contentment. Opposing cards in your outcome answer question, Seven of Swords, deceiving, manipulating, doing a good turn for another, sharing what you have, having a noble impulse, receiving a gift, feeling blessed, being well intentioned. Three of Pentacles, teamwork, planning, competence, coordinating with others, getting the job done, organizing resources. Reinforcing cards, Hierophant, down here additional clues and guidance, working in a team or group, finding all the needed elements, functioning as a unit, getting the job done together, contributing to the group, cooperating, combining efforts. This is where we get into the psychology aspect with Carl Jung, ego and shadow. From the ego, why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here in your current situation, Capricorn, June of 2020. The Tower. Devouring thunder. Nature abhors a vacuum and static systems stagnate. Before you fall in love with your creation, your worldview, destroy it, or it will be done for you. From the shadow lies the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. Current situation, Capricorn, June of 2020. Ten of Pentacles. Our fear of the length of a journey should not tempt us to seek shortcuts. From the ego lies the Knight of Wands here in influence, helpful or challenging energies. Capricorn, June of 2020. Wheel. The returning. Circumstances may seem to change, but unless you change, everything remains the same. Wandering off in different directions without experiencing and learning is only a distraction. From the Shadow, why is the Knight of Wands here in your influence, helpful or challenging energies, Capricorn, June of 2020? Death. Sometimes we cannot avoid a major change. We should not be afraid of setting out on a new path. From the Ego, why is the Wheel of Fortune here in bases of situation, past issues, Capricorn, June of 2020? Ten of Chalices. The chalice fulfilled. When the dream of the chalice is realized, the mundane reveals its magic and separation evaporates, giving way to intimacy. Everyone is allowed to be, and all are better for it. From the Shadow, why is the Wheel of Fortune here and bases of situation, past issues, Capricorn, June of 2020? Ace of Pentacles. Knowledge enables us to see beyond the horizon and appraise the resources available to us wisely. From the Ego, why is the Strength here in your immediate past, Capricorn, June of 2020? Seven of Spheres. The sphere yet to come. Sometimes when what you are creating is at a certain point in manifesting, there's little to do but wait and consulting wise ones about anything that can be done to support your manifestation. From the Shadow lies the Strength here in your immediate past, Capricorn, June of 2020. The Emperor. To be authoritative, we must be recognized as such and committed to building what we have promised. From the Ego, why is the Queen of Cups here in your crowning thoughts, Capricorn, June of 2020? Two of Chalices. The chalice shared, intimacy blossoms and harmony grows as two hearts draw close to each other in a balanced and loving relationship. Nourish what nourishes you. Care for it and keep it safe. From the Shadow lies the Queen of Cups here in your crowning thoughts, Capricorn, June of 2020. Five of Cups. Even when we lose, we gain the experience of defeat, and it may turn out useful for attaining future victories. From the Ego lies the Fool here in your immediate future, Capricorn, June of 2020. Unicorn of Chalices. The pure chalice, the values worth dying for and that make life worth living, hold the potential to change and heal with the world. They only do this when we express them from a place of unwounded wholeness. From the Shadow lies the Fool here in your immediate future, Capricorn, June of 2020. Eight of Cups. We must learn to govern our feelings to the utmost and leave those we have loved and fought for free to go. From the Ego lies the Ten of Swords here and your fears, emotional concerns, Capricorn, June of 2020. Phoenix of Spheres. The sphere renewed. Perhaps energy and matter are finite, perhaps not. But we do know that energy and matter are always being transformed. You have the power to change things, and that is magic. From the shadow lies the Ten of Swords here in your fears, emotional concerns, Capricorn, June of 2020. Page of Pentacles. At times we must trust our instincts when they lead us to believe in those closest to us. From the ego lies the Two of Cups in reverse here in environmental factors, how others see you, Capricorn, June of 2020. Five of Swords. The sword refused. We forget that there is no absolute truth. Just because you are presented with a version of the truth doesn't mean you have to accept it. You can toss it like garbage and find a new truth. From the shadow lies the Two of Cups in reverse here, environmental factors, how others see you, Capricorn, June of 2020. The Tower. When an important change is taking place, the only way to deal with the inevitable problems is to focus on the benefits that it will bring. From the ego lies the Lovers here in your hopes, what you really wish for, Capricorn, June of 2020. Five of Chalices. The chalice empty, loss of love is part of life and can feel like death. The world becomes barren and cold. There is a desire to quickly refill it with whatever is at hand. This is usually not a good idea. From the shadow lies the Lovers here in your hopes, what you really wish for, Capricorn, June of 2020. Strength. There are no enemies, only lovers yet unknown. We can react to fear by opening our heart. The force of the spirit can win out over arrogance and tyranny. From the ego lies the Seven of Swords here, and your outcome answer your question, Capricorn, June of 2020. The Fool. The journey begins by shedding all. You cannot learn or experience new things if you are already full. What you take within yourself in this moment will determine the course of your current journey. From the shadow lies the Seven of Swords here, and your outcome answer your question, Capricorn, June of 2020. Five of Swords. If the price of victory is too high, it may be wiser to choose honorable defeat. From the Ego Isis Oracle, what is the message you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Mother of Life. Nourishment of the golden grain mother. We can sometimes fall into existing and doing rather than truly living. We only know that has happened when suddenly our life seems dry, depleted, filled with tasks, or it feels like we are stuck in a rut or habit that may have been comfortable but is becoming stifling and suppressing. Isis, the mother of life, holds the ability to restore even the most numb, resistant, and difficult circumstances, and people back into life. She calls to you now, seeking to bestow gifts of life upon you. Be bold and brave, open your arms and receive. Isis is known as the sustainer of life, able to restore, nourish, and bring to life that which has been cast aside or lost, that which you have considered beyond repair, a lost cause or dead end. There are parts of your life, beloved initiate, that are ready to receive more life. You will be able to recognize this in any discomfort that you are currently experiencing in your life. Discomfort and unfamiliarity is where life is attempting to break through to you, to reach through the walls that you may have once created to protect yourself, but that now you need to either climb over, demolish, or at least open with some doors and windows. The tricky part is that most often we don't consciously realize that we are not living. It is not until we start to live more trustingly that it becomes obvious that we once were hiding ourselves from life. Life is calling you to partake more so of her gifts of experience. This oracle brings encouragement and guidance for you to learn skills and practices that nourish you and your community. You have the Divine Mother within you. How shall you offer nourishment through her? It might be through cooking, through learning to be more present in your body and taking time to express your feelings or reality. Or it might be through taking a dance or yoga class, spending time in nature or with animals, for example. Have you been thinking of joining a class or group, learning a new hobby or skill? The Oracle of Mother of Life is confirming that you are on the right track. So keep open to opportunities and further instincts about pursuing these matters. And know that if you are a bit worried that it is a stretch for you, then it is even more likely you are on the right track. Stay connected to your heart and give yourself permission to grow. This oracle also brings guidance that new people, places, and things will enrich your life in the near future. And if you have been praying for freshness, inspiration, and more fun, know that your intuitions and urges to reach out and act in new ways are part of how your prayers are being answered now. The Mother of Life Oracle also asks for patience. In the same way that there is a growth cycle required before a child can become an adult and tap into the energy of the mother within to nourish him or herself, so too do certain life phases require patience as they mature. As you journey into the new life seeking you, you will need to be patient as you learn and grow. You will eventually become very comfortable with that which is at first is distinctly uncomfortable. It just takes time, patience, not running away and being present with yourself, just like the Mother of Life who never leaves you. She is always waiting for your return to her embrace as you open to the new unfoldment of experience in your life. From the Shadow, Divine Circus, what message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? The Velvet Queen. A rare prize is to be bestowed upon you. The universe is confirming that the most luscious dreams of your heart are being nurtured into manifestation. To this end, you shall be given a saving grace, an intervention if needs be, to be open to receive, surrender doubt in favor of unconditional trust. Through your trust and optimism, you make it easier for the universe to give you a most deserved gift. A rare prize is worth the effort to attain it. Your efforts will need to include loving discipline. Loving discipline is not about trying to bend the world according to your will, but rather about readying yourself to align with the spirit of what you want to receive. To receive rather than attempt to take by force requires strength, trust, spiritual intelligence, and courage. It is easier to try and force things from a fearful place, but it is more effective and empowering to learn how to attract and receive through consciously chosen surrender. This allows the universe to do its best work for you. To surrender is not about passivity, but doing all we can do, and then trusting life enough to let go and allow the outcome to be what it will. Surrendering is not giving up. It's about trusting that there is a great and generous intelligence expressing itself through our lives, and if open to it, great treasures are bestowed upon us. So the discipline spoken of here is about changing your consciousness. It asks you to release issues around self-worth. Why should you not be empowered and assisted by the universe to create a life that fills you with joy and feels just right for you? Of course you should, can, and will be. Release any lack of self-worth that would get in the way of your opening and complete trust to the universe. The Velvet Queen assists in shifting the mind from scarcity to prosperity consciousness, where we feel we can receive precious gifts with an easy open attitude, neither holding on to them out of fear nor pushing them away out of shame or guilt. When she enters your life, she brings a sign of abundance headed your way. This might manifest itself in many and varied ways: in financial wealth, career opportunities, increased love and affection in your relationships, or as a sense of living in the rich fullness of life, spiritually as well as emotionally and materially. She also indicates a prize that is worth attaining. It is said that the sweetest fruit is at the top of the tree and therefore worth the climb. The Velvet Queen lets you know that your most prized dream is within reach. Through a combination of letting life unfold as it will and your own disciplined efforts. Don't give up. You cannot make the fruit on the tree grow faster. That will happen according to the rhythm of life, but you can certainly do your part to be ready to climb the tree at the right moment to savor the sweetness of success. Druidcraft Tarot deck. What is the overall meaning for the Celtic Cross spread and the cards laid out for Capricorn in June of 2020? Kernos. The call to awaken to responsibility as you learn how to be successful and creative. Explore your sexuality and free yourself from inhibitions and repressions. Take care not to become consumed by these activities. Beware of denying the world with its greed, materialism, and rampant consumerism, which threatens to destroy the planet. Time to accept responsibility for our life and the way we live it. Druidcraft Tarot deck. What's the overall meaning of the Celtic staff and the cards laid out for Capricorn in June of 2020? Four of Cups. Lacking inspiration or excitement, time to lie fallow. Time to lie fallow, to allow your creative juices to replenish. Beware of ignoring a gift or opportunity through indifference or laziness. Feeling stuck in a rut, this may pass in due course. Developing a structure out of a world born of imagination and feelings. Druidcraft Tarot deck. What is the overall meaning and underlying energies of the entire reading? Why is the Tower, the Hierophant in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse here, and additional clues and guidance for Capricorn, June of 2020. Prince of Wands. Enthusiasm for new ideas. Enjoying travel and adventure. Releasing challenges and meeting new people. A need to work on reliability. Attention to detail. Commitment. May indicate moving house. Putting ideas into action. Or meeting interesting people. Earth Wisdom. What message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Communication. Daffodil is like a divine trumpet. It creates connection with spirit guides, teachers, and humans, and enhances the ability to hear and speak in the spirit world. Promotes communication. Angelite promotes communication. Communication is key with other humans, perhaps, but more importantly, with your spirit guides and teachers. Practice your listening and speaking skills both in this physical world and in the spiritual realm. There is much that you need to say and even more that you need to hear to strengthen your relationship to spirit. I am a skilled communicator. I speak with clarity and kindness. I listen attentively. With our prejudice or prejudgment, I ask questions and cultivate curiosity. Druid Animal Oracle. What animal has a message for Capricorn in June of 2020? Goose. Vigilance, parenthood, productive power. The card shows a pair of gray-leg geese in the fins, ancestor of the farmyard goose. The grey-lag mates for life and was once the only goose that bred in Britain. It may have earned its name from the observation that it lagged behind when other species migrated, although its name is more likely to mean gray-legged. In the foreground we see bramble and gooseberry growing, with goose grass to the right and reed in the background. In the sky, a flock of geese are flying in V formation, heading out toward the sea. This card may indicate that you are ready to take on the responsibilities of raising a family or of committing yourself to a long-term partnership. The goose brings creative and productive power. It allows you to open this power, secure in the knowledge that your relationship or family or working partnership will provide a stable environment to act as a crucible for your creativity. Raising children is one of the most joyful and worthwhile activities we can undertake, and the goose, with its strong attachment to its family, combined with its ability to fly extraordinarily high from one continent to another, shows us that it is possible to be both grounded and spiritual in our daily lives. This card also may indicate that you need to be aware of being overly concerned about your rights, possessions, or territory. You may not need to strut and hiss quite so much, and you may not need to be so possessive of your partner. Many geese mate for life, but not all humans do, and in the end, staying together may not be in your best interest. If the relationship is really to last, it will thrive on mutual respect and freedom rather than jealousy and possessiveness. The ancient Celts kept geese for their eggs rather than their flesh. They knew it was better to keep the goose alive and productive rather than destroying its productive capacity by eating it. They kept sheep in the same way, for their wool and milk rather than their meat. The lesson for us is that if we want to ensure our productive power, our capacity for creativity, we must look after ourselves to make sure the goose keeps laying the golden egg. We must keep the goose alive, well fed, well rested, and well exercised. Native Spirit, what message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Spirit Keeper of the South. Abundance and prosperity in all forms, expansion, surging energy, activity, movement, rapid growth. Be open to receiving the bounty of the universe. This is a great time for medical procedures. Your energy will be at a maximum. Your native spirit wants you to know in the medicine wheel, the south is a direction that symbolizes the warmth of the noonday sun, summertime, the full moon, and a time of rapid growth. Crops grow with vigor during the summer months. In the human cycle, it also represents the vitality of childhood. This is your time to shine. It's also a time of great bounty in all areas of your life. Open your arms to receive gifts from the universe. If you live in the southern hemisphere and draw this card, it would be the north instead of the south. So, and the north is contemplation. But, so the south, standing south during the midday, close your eyes and feel the warmth of the sun opening your heart center. Absorb the sunlight as you sense yourself absorbing the abundance of the universe. Foxfire, the Kitsune, what message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Hope. Hope is the offering that carries us forward into the darkness, unbowed and unbroken. Despite the knowledge of the true challenges which face us, hope allows us to see the beauty in exquisite shifts and changes within the natural world without becoming frightened of what they are omens of. The winter of the soul. When this card comes to you, you are asked to be receptive to hope and to allow its gentle, uplifting sweetness to bring joy and comfort into the days that grow cold. Hope will allow you to be realistic, but to also stay present and without fear. which can cripple and inhibit our pleasure in the turning of the wheel of the year. As your life moves into a time that will bring some challenges, you are given the gift of hope, which will stay with you, helping you to see the gifts in all the moments in which others will allow the challenge to steal the meaning from them. Allow the changes to take place, and treasure all the time you can spend with loved ones and with the natural world, and give yourself the time to relish the ever-changing world all about you. Reach out and take the gift of hope, carry it within your heart, and let it warm you. Even as the days become harsher, even as people grow cold, know that this time is impermanent, and that all will change again and again. You are within a beautiful time that will not last externally, but the offering of its beauty will stay alive in your energy for all time. Give yourself time in nature, observe the changes, and watch others as they change too. Dragon Oracle, which dragon has a message for Capricorn in June of 2020? Air Dragon. Helps you rise above earthly matters. Communicate honestly. Bring us inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. Fourth dimensional air dragons are blue, the color of the sky, and fly lightly around us. Air is the element of communication, and these dragons help us to speak our truth. They also encourage us to breathe properly so that we inhale as much source energy as possible. When air dragons puff their energy over a person or situation, they bring new hope and opportunity. We can call on them to excel over situations to enable resolutions to be taken for the highest good. In their energy fields, they carry the light of higher possibilities for the planet. Air Dragon suggests that you take things lightly, so choosing this card indicates you should relax and look at part of your life from a higher perspective. Air Dragons also inspire you to communicate honestly but lovingly in a way that calms and soothes everyone around you and promotes good outcomes. Honest communication will bring pure white light into your aura, and when this happens, everybody will trust and respect you. Blue Air Dragons are supporting you as you rise above your challenges. They will help you say the most tactful or inspirational words and assist you to stand in your power with integrity. Breathe blue and white light into your heart center, and as an air dragon appears in front of you, breathe the light over it. In this way, you are energizing and motivating it so that it will always be connected to you. It is time to decide on your next step, so be clear about what you really want. Your air dragon will accompany you as you fly towards your chosen destiny. Imperial Dragons, which dragon has a message for Capricorn in June of 2020? Adversity. Rising to meet the challenge. Change. There is only one constant in the universe, and that is change. In order to know things at a deeper level, we must first forget what we already think we know. Change is the energy that makes this possible. Adversity always brings with it the power of self-development, for the challenging situations in life teach us the most. Unfamiliar situations tempt us to revert to old patterns of behavior, which makes history repeat itself. It is only through strength of mind that we can conquer our fears and ascend to new levels of thought and self. Victory comes through consistent effort and openness to the idea of greatness, which we each hold within us the power to see things through to their conclusion. Life brings us many opportunities to better ourselves, but we always have the choice of how we respond. If plans suddenly collapse, this does not necessarily mean failure. It could merely require a change of perspective in order to regroup and move forward. Sacred Geometry activations. What message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Divine Feminine. The frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Three-dimensional reality is based on the duality between opposites and their eternal movement toward union. Everything is created in pairs: male, female, matter, split, spirit, empty, full, dark, light, and so on. Without the tension caused by the magnetic push and pull of duals, there would be no movement, and without movement, there would be no life as we know it. When the push and pull of opposites is equal, a state of balance is achieved. For humans to live harmoniously with each other, the masculine and the feminine have to reach a state of union, both outward as well as inward. The masculine and feminine attributes inside all of us have to be fully realized, understood, and expressed. Now that we are moving into a new energy, the enhanced qualities of these two opposites in human nature are emerging and urging us to let go of the roles we have traditionally assigned in the past, allowing a new masculinity and new femininity to arise. The divine feminine is fluid and receptive. It surrenders and opens, and is able to easily give way and pull towards galaxies of emptiness and higher consciousness when facilitated by true divine masculinity. This femininity is intrinsically connected to the higher realms and Mother Earth, giving birth to life, ideas, expressions, and dreams. The color pink is associated with the universal love for oneness and others, with sweetness and with tenderness and care. All attributes that are associated with feminine qualities. Brighter pink brings in an aspect of aliveness, excitement, high energy, and power. There are various elements of the flower of life visible as a reference to the three-dimensional reality we are creating here on Earth. The light blue refers to our ability to express ourselves with honesty, tenderness, and kindness. The four stars in the corners refer to our form-based reality. The water in the background is representative of the emotional plane, the realm mostly associated with the feminine. White Light Oracle, what message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? The sign of 417 hertz. You are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. Our sun is a self-luminous being. It does not reflect light or energy from other sources, but rather generates its own light. It is quite literally an enlightening being. The sun is our spiritual mentor, teaching us how to be spiritually self-reliant when we cannot find support or guidance externally and need to go it alone for a time. Such phases can be difficult, but there are temporary and inner spiritual strength is built during such times. Sometimes we don't realize our own strength until circumstances force us to find out. Connecting to one's own inner light is a precious and empowering gift. It allows you to feel spiritually held from within. Once you have established such an inner connection, you are unlikely to give your power away again, less prone to being manipulated, and more likely to live in harmony with your soul values rather than the typically soul-denying priorities of mass consciousness. As your soul connects to the inner sign, your relationship to the light heals, as it is not seen as separate. Instead, the soul begins to recognize the light as a constant inner reality that can be relied on for sanctuary. As the soul recognizes itself as the higher self, a being of light, the fears of the mind no longer dominate the heart as they used to. The inner light encourages the heart to depend upon its wisdom, to live as though the light was more real than the darkness of doubt and worry. The soul turns within, begins to tap into its own potential, and, in doing so, gains further self-confidence, spiritual empowerment, and loving presence. If you are criticized, misunderstood, or disrespected by those around you, rely upon your inner connection to the light to see you through such dark times. You can commune with your inner light in private, without needing to explain, justify, or even speak of it to anyone. Your inner light shall continue to shine bright no matter what is happening around you. The frequency of 417 Hz is a spiritual truth serum. It undoes false perceptions and dismantles circumstances and situations that are not meant for the soul. When a challenging situation is helping the soul to grow, this frequency will help you understand how to work through it in a soul-centered way. Stay connected to the light within. If a situation such as a toxic relationship is creating a barrier between the soul and the light, weakening its ability to evolve and causing it to become stuck in trauma and negative patterns, this frequency will dismantle the negative circumstances. You always have free will, but your capacity to exercise that free will in a self-loving way will become more available to you. The 417 Hz frequency facilitates a healing shift into the vibration of the higher self. Your authentic life pattern is directed by your higher self. As it is unique, there is no use comparing your path to any other path in order to determine its validity and value. Your true life path may lead you away from the familiar directly into worlds unknown. The moment the soul takes its authentic path, wondrous awakening can take place. There is a feeling of closeness and connection to the sacred. This frequency helps wipe away experiences of alienation and re-establish a deep and loving connection with the universe. It cleanses traumatic experiences and memories and any malignant habits formed as a consequence of past pain to allow the soul to experience true kindness, compassion, and love for self and others. In this oracle, it signifies that no matter what's happening in your life, you've got this. Wisdom of the Oracle. What message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Exchanging gifts. The law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing costs, and determining value. You're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet, in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. Relationship message. Love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. But you must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you, too. Love is truly yours today. Prosperity message. All your hard work and efforts, your commitment to learning, creating, and spending your time wisely, pay off in ways you may not have been anticipating. The gifts of yourself, your time, your ideas, and the energy of your intentions are being reciprocated by the universe, which is sending you signs and signals, aligning synchronicity, meetings, and opportunities to bring you success and more. Everything is an exchange. Keep doing what you're doing. Goodwill comes back tenfold. Protection message. Be careful what you pray for because you just might get it, and then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but know you will have to walk away from, or even fail at it, because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay though, because Spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life where you find yourself in victim mode and in a codependent dynamic or holding on to a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware of the need of both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. Sacred Power reading cards. What message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Sound. Sound is a form of energy which resonates deep within our soul. It can inspire us to go beyond expectations, or it can assist us through times of sadness, moving us on a deep emotional level and transcending individuals, groups, communities, and cultures. From the beginning, a mother's heartbeat had the potential to soothe, calm, and settle us within the womb. Music is a consistent factor in our life. Most of us listen to some form of music every day. As a powerful medicine, music supports relaxation, communication, healing, and enjoyment. Sound can energize or relax you. It can support you through bad times or inspire you to move beyond your own limits. Music is the universal language of the soul. It inspires and aligns itself with its own style. What does yours say about you? What are the words you repeat out loud and use within your inner voice? Does this accurately represent you or your soul? Music identifies mood, so pay attention. Right now you have a heavily influenced Right now you are heavily influenced by music. Lyrics are powerful. Words spoken and heard with repetition impact the psyche. You are being encouraged to evaluate your choice of communication with yourself and others. What and who are you choosing to listen to? Much like life, music is organized chaos. It can either be beautiful or a potential disaster. It is time now to organize your life. Set future goals and plans to support a positive lifestyle. Assess your voice and your tone with others. You are miscommunicating your emotions. Are you miscommunicating your emotions to your partner, children, family, friends, or work colleagues? Education and learning new skills is possible now when you are open to creative methods and are bringing new life to projects and career options. Stagnant energy can be transmuted easily through artistic and musical expression. Sketch, draw, paint, sing, dance, or play an instrument to support creativity and breathe new life into old energy. Affirmation. I listen to create power within me. I resonate with the beat of the universe. Cosmic reading cards. What message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Celebration. Your light is radiant. Be open to spiritual and material blessings coming your way. Celebrate your achievements, dear one. You deserve it. You're being honored for all that you have already achieved on your journey. So celebrate your life, accomplishments, and your amazing growth. You have already assisted so many souls to express their own unique light. Spirit has seen your tireless work at all hours on projects to assist humanity. The time, energy, and love you have dedicated to the many hungry souls hasn't been easy. There were times it left you tired and drained, but still you soldiered on and persisted with love. There's much to be celebrated here. You're an amazing, radiant soul, and we are so very honored to have you working in bringing humanity back into alignment and balance. Take this time to reflect on your achievements, for you truly are a gift to the universe. The light you emanate reaches corners of the universe even you cannot fathom. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't ever feel that the work you do isn't enough. Each time you help another to see their inner light, the world gets a little bit brighter. You are never alone. You are always guided and supported by teachers and masters of the highest realms. All your earthly needs are requirements are and will always be taken care of. You are loved and appreciated for the beautiful soul that you are. Celebrate life. Celebrate you. Affirmation. I celebrate the light and love that is me and have gratitude for this opportunity to shine. Associated chakras. Heart, throat, third eye, crown. Starseed Oracle. What message do you have for Capricorn in June of 2020? Star Brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. You're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. You're being called to open to receiving a new level of support now, for those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic expressions or impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. We've learned that we need to go at life alone. It's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open. That the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe, even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you open yourself up to receive more support? And that's your reading, Capricorn. Thanks for watching. Click the links. Email me. See you next month.